welcome back to another Bestestimes Reborn update video. We're down over Dalrymple Esplanade. It is Sunday, July the 9th, 2023. Currently 22 degrees Celsius, cloudy. Looks like there's going to be a storm or something. There's layers and layers of dark clouds. If I remember, I'll put the photos I've taken on the end of the video so you can have a look and see how the clouds were. You can see it building up through there. Today we have a high of 24, low of 18 degrees Celsius. We're over Innisfail estate, Valletta's estate. I'll show what we can. What we can. I've seen a lot of people walk through here, even with the council here, the people doing the work, like just standard everyday people, and I haven't got in trouble for it. So there's your Geraldton Bridge, one that goes from near the hospital across to Innisfail estate, Valletta's estate. So people do a lot of fishing. Oh, there's a sign in there. I don't know if someone's just put it in there, and there's a trolley, of course, bit of the random trolley. So we'll get our thumbnail picture. Looks like they've taken away the old path. I could see that from the bridge. The one that's right up against people's houses. Got our thumbnail picture. Show as much detail as we can, but it looks like it's going to rain any minute, so we'll show as much as we can while we can. Hopefully they put bins and tables and chairs and stuff along here. It's back where we just came from. Sorry about any wind noise, but I can't use my external microphone when there's a chance of rain because it takes away the water resistance from the camera. You've got to have the port open. Yeah, they've taken away some of the pathway here. It goes behind places, and some of it's still there. All that blue metal they've put there, which is horrible. So this shows how wide the pathway is going to be. Hopefully it's got markings for pedestrians and that as well. Yeah, the wind's getting more full on, so I'll go quiet, and I'll just have to put music over the top of the audio because of that, which is really annoying, but what can you do? I'll give you an idea where the pathway is going to be. They said it'll be close to the river, so you can see, have a good view and everything. But we'll show where they've taken away the old path here, and just part of it so far. Let's put the blue metal stuff. See the sort of distance between the two, that pathway and this. Building up over the other side towards town, Esplanade. But this is the old footpath here, which was well and truly built too close to housing back in the day. The new pathway area and the Esplanade. And there's the sign that we had around that says it's over East Innisfail, but it's not. It's Innisfail estate. Pause to read. Along here. See, so I'm going to turn a bend, different things along the way. Go as far as we can and then turn back. outside the fence earlier. Guy had the gate open. Be friendly and give the guy a wave, and he just looks at you. Got a lot of unfriendly people. Oh, all these flowers, there's really nice flowers along here. One side is back where we just came from. Show you where the old track was with the guttering along there. Now you can see the guys, this is part off differently from when I was last along here. Yeah, you can see it in my first Village Estate video, Innisfail Estate. I walked along and got what I could, went through the park. It wasn't closed off at all. Undercover seating, hopefully they do that up. Get some good lighting along here, really good lighting. You see this lighting's in the location more for over here than over at the new spot. Some really good quality lighting. It's not going to get ruined easy. It's not going to get broken easy. Would be awesome. Some really nice seating that's going to last. It's good in the rain, good in the sun. All that would be great. A lot of bins. 4 or 5 bins along here wouldn't go astray. You can see sort of the distance between the old pathway and the new pathway. You can see why this one used to be replaced. There was nice plants along here too. People just put their lawn plants everywhere. Which of course I don't think they meant to. There should be signs up saying not to. This here is always nice. It'd be nice for years. I think the people who live along here have put these plants here over the years. It's quite nice. Just have a quick look, just in case it ever gets removed. Council might remove it for stuff. As much of a look as possible. Other those tongues. Bath in there. Very nice. I think it's a bit overgrown up here. See, you've got a dead spot here. So you don't know if a bike's going to come along or someone walking along or jogging or whatever over the years. Yeah, a lot of spots like that. So it's a big plus for having it all the way over there. Do it. So what we'll do, we'll go up to the end, turn around, and we might go near the other side, depending on the weather, or we'll just come back to this public access and go along. Try and get the pump track, the second part of the video. The public access is up for sale. And that last time. Oh, there might be a part next to it. It'll be free for public access. It should just make it that people have to walk up to the end here and come across. That way you're not walking beside people's places. I always like this fence here. I don't really show it too much because of people's privacy. The next fence, the brick one. There's a couple of different ones along here that are really nice. Next year, Jim would reach across there. I don't know what looks to on camera. The wharf, the jetty, all that. I found an old photo of the old wharf and put it on old new Innisfail photos earlier today. If you want to have a look at it, join old new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Just make sure you accept notifications because YouTube will just decline the request. It's basically keep everything G-rated, no bullying, no swearing. It's all that sort of stuff. Those are the rules. No, if you don't accept the rules, yeah, it's just not going to work. Here we are. There's no way of getting actually out onto the other street. Of course, unless you go to the public access. But yeah, it gives you an idea of what it was like for us and future generations to be able to see it. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, it's going to be changed. I'll get rid of all this. It'd be nice if they just planted grass along here instead of putting that road base. That just ends up in the grass anyway. Put that blue metal stuff. Yeah, it's frustrating. Like they did that at Page Park and it looks horrible. And they did it near the Bunnings car park. You'll see it in some of my update videos where they did that. It's quite frustrating. Because like I said, you know, it ends up all over the footpath and looks horrible. And like one of the worst, where there's blue metal type stuff, the rocks and that, is where Cartline Mufflers used to be, the exhaust place, next to the old Cundy Hill Bakery.
Duration 40 minutes 32 seconds. 4,196 steps. Heart rate 100.
So that's the distance of steps from home to where I am now, to where I'm up to. I might go back all the way along here to show it. I think the ground would be too sloshy to walk across there. But yeah, the one next to the old Cundy Hill Bakery, sort of diagonally across from the metro service station. That pathway there, where it's all old pavers from years ago, needs to be redone. And it'd be nice if there was a proper driveway put in, because all those rocks end up all over the pathway, which is no good for accessibility for people in a wheelchair or a mobility scooter or people that have trouble walking. Makes it hard, especially in the wet, and makes it slippery because they're pretty big rocks, stones and things. Yeah, I'm not impressed with the way it is over there. So depending on how long this video turns out to be, this part will determine how long whether I'll make it as 2 videos or just 1 video for the update. Maybe 2 updates, pump track and this, and depending on the weather, whether I'll get to the pump track. But we're not going to walk on the path here, that's silly. I wonder if they're going to make it that wide in parts. See how the other part's covered? I mean, it removes the grass over there as well. Not just where they put the road base down. The wider, the better for pedestrians and people riding along here. It'd be nice to make a scooter and bike and mobility friendly along here. It'd be really good. It'd be nice if the whole town was done like that, where you can do a big loop all the way down to River Avenue, all the way along there, River Drive, whatever it's called. Yeah, River Avenue. Yeah, past the old high school, past the cemetery and all that. That needs to be done up. Yeah, if you go for a walk along there, or even a ride or whatever, be careful. There's a lot of crap along there. A lot of the thingos are going through. The roots of the trees and that, and wrecked it. I'm hoping this is going to be like a concrete path, a proper concrete path, not the stuff that's, you know, the tarmac sort of stuff. It doesn't last, it cracks. I find the proper, decent quality concrete is a lot better. see across to where the playground is. Hopefully they put a whole new playground in, a nice one. You can see that in more detail on my Innisfail estate video, the first one. Yeah, there's a nice fence here. It's another one of the nice ones across there. But here, yeah, this is showing how they're doing it. It's marked out. It's weird how parts are marked out and parts aren't. Certain spots, but not all the way along. Back where we just came from, so you can see it a little bit better. Hopefully they put good drainage, because it does flood along here a little bit when there's full on rain. But the sun's trying to come back out again. Looks like it's going to be one of those sun overcast days that we get here. Maybe we get around. Don't interfere with the works going on. If you ever come along here while they're doing this, don't touch things you're not meant to. Walk on the grass, walk on the old footpath. Don't walk on the actual gravel itself here. I looked over one day, a few weeks ago, about a week ago, and someone was doing that here. The two high school girls were walking along the actual gravel part, instead of just walking on the old pathway. So, yeah, there's your view of the esplanade. It's nice. Some of these people have a really good view, and then some of them don't along here, because the trees and all that are grown up. Probably when they bought their places, got them built, they would have had a beautiful view. I'm just going to take a photo across there. Photo all three. Maybe even more. As many as I can. You never know how much things are going to change over the years. Like, you look at some of my older videos and photos from like 2007, 2011 from my old channel, and just my photos in general on old and new Innisfail photos, and you see so many changes. A lot of people don't realise the changes because they just drive around. When you're walking, you see more detail, of course. You see a lot more detail, and then you get to see a lot more. Oh, that's right. So I'm always on the lookout for changes when I'm walking along. You'll see me, if you see me walking along, you see I'm always looking around. If there's changes, I'll take a photo. So be safe when you walk. If you're going to walk along here, don't throw rubbish on the ground. If there's no bins around, take it home. Take it to where you know there's a bin. If you're walking towards town, wait till you get along the esplanade, instead of just dumping your rubbish here. And the people who come along with their garbage bags and just dump them in places too, because their residential bins are full. That's crazy. I've watched people go along to just public bins and put garbage bags full of rubbish in them, and it makes it hard for other people who are trying to do the right thing. Very frustrating the way people do that. Have some respect for where you live. I know a lot of the bins in town have been removed, and it's annoying everybody, myself included. But they did put a bin back at the bus stop next to Camex. Yes, they put a big proper bin there now. I'm happy they're doing up pathways. A lot of positive things happening. I wish this garden would get preserved. It used to be really nice. There's all weeds growing through it now, but it was lovely. All this here. Here's some of what they're doing. Storm drain type stuff. Kirk's Pasito bottle. There's rubbish as usual. that up and take it with me and put it in the bin over the other side of the bridge. I'll find a bin somewhere to put it. So I nearly finished the part over here. Yeah, I hope they put full-on lighting around. One thing I hope they do is put a pathway all the way through here. That would be awesome. They put one all the way through here. Not a driveway, no, the pathway, so people can't drive through here and up onto there. Yeah, I'm sure they'll put something there, some sort of barricade there that cars can't get through. Let's have a look over here quickly. Bit of mud flats and stuff. Trolley, the sign. There's something else out there too. I can't tell what it is. Just past the sign. Further out, I think it might be another trolley. Trolleys are so expensive too. And people go and do this stuff to it. Another Bestestimes bottle. 1.25. Bridge. Just documenting through video the way it is over here. Just could do it with a good clean regularly. So it's all good and well to put in infrastructure, but you've got to maintain it. You've got to maintain the footpaths they're putting in. Make sure they're all clean regularly and all that. Okay, so we're going to finish this part. One of the ways to the community gardens. To go through there, mosquitoes galore. Anyway, we'll go on to the next location. It's now 10:02 AM. Okay, so we're at the second location, Marina Lakes Pump Track. It's now currently 10:21 AM, Sunday the 9th. We've got the mini rail going around today. I might be able to show a little bit of that. We can't show too much because of the children, of course. But we'll go along and show what we can of this. Pump track update. If the grass gets too slushy, then we'll stop and go around. Because every car under the sun is coming along. Yeah. We'll show what we can while we can. Without killing any children. Glare in my eyes in the sun. Got nearly 5 minutes of footage. Best as we can. Show through here. Check out old new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Bestestimes Reborn. Oh, good they put cameras there so they can see the pump track and everything. It's good. Very smart. Yeah, check out old new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Check out Bestestimes Reborn. That on YouTube. Feel free to join the groove. I do want photos. Done. 5 kilometres. Anyway, Bestestimes keeping memories alive. I'm your host Brad. Hoping you enjoy watching these videos. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, share them on social media, and I'll catch you in the next one.